Praise the Lord. God bless you. I remember back in those days when our fathers in the Lord, when they stand on pulpit leading prayers, and the Holy Spirit will be moving for hours with no stopping, and they won't get tired. Not nowadays, the ministers, and they call themselves ministers of God, and they stand on pulpit for minutes. They start feeling tasty. Some feel hungry. They come to the pulpit with their glass of water, and some even come with regular water. I remember back in those days when church will be the first place complaints we run to when they need to employ new staffs. Not now that even the ministers of God leading churches can be trusted, not to talk with their church member. I remember back in those days when our fathers in the Lord, when they would go to the evil shrine and take over for Christ. Not nowadays, and even some ministers, they call themselves ministers of God, they go to the evil shrine to collect power. Are we growing? Have you ever, as a minister of God, sit down and think that, is the church growing? Let me tell you something. When we say church is growing, it's not about you having millions or thousands or trillions of people in the church. No, it's about, are they really Christ followers? Are they Christian? Are we growing or are we falling? This is one of the questions we need to ask ourselves. That are we really growing? Not nowadays that a pastor can take a phone and instead is dialing Heaven's number and instead is talking to God on phone. I wonder which network is Heaven using. Sometimes I sit down and think that where are we going as a Christian? Where are we going as a Christian? Where are we going as a Christian? Back in those days when our fathers will invite spiritual drama group, they will be invited in the church program to evangelize, to preach to people through drama. Not nowadays. Now what people we invite into the church are comedians to entertain people. Nowadays, every pastor wants to speak English because that is what people want to hear. My pastor is Efiwe. He can speak. Let me tell you something. When I'm on pulpit, when I'm working for God, I forget about English. I don't go to I don't go to school because I want to work for God. No. Bini. I will say it correct because that is the same way I hear from him, the same way I'll pass on the message. Many pastors, they read the Bible with foreign English, but they give a negative interpretation of the Bible. Are we really growing as a Christian? Are we really growing as a Christian? Now we don't evangelize anymore. What we do is we advertise. It made me remember after 1 year and some months, when my father in the Lord, Prophet Olunranti Johnson Oyemi, when he slept in the Lord, so I had to go to Nigeria then. So I was not in Nigeria when they were doing his burial, but after some time I have to go to Nigeria. So when I was in Nigeria, I was in the church program and the pastor was invited. I know he's one of those pastors that come to him for prayers. You see? One of those pastors tí wọ́n lè gbàdúrà wọ́n lè gbàwẹ̀ wọ́n gbé ìṣòro wọn wá kíníkiri ni ẹni tó máa gbàdúrà fún wọn. He was invited. He was on the pulpit. You see, he was coordinating a program, was coordinating a prayer. When we talk, he said he has died before. He died for maybe, he said he died for 24 or 25 hours, and after he waked up, he's advertising himself that what saying nonsense. Immediately ẹ̀mí mọ́ dẹ̀ sọ fún mi pé òpè ni is a fool. Ẹ̀mí mọ́ sọ fún mi lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ pé ọ̀lẹ olè ni. He died and he was sent back from heaven. Pé ọ̀lẹ olè ni ẹ́, àánú lórí gbà. Ó yẹ kó kú kí wọ́n sọ dáhùn sí ibi tó yẹ kó wà ní. Wọ́n lé ẹ padà wá sílẹ̀ ayé ni, kò ṣe pé àwọn kú òjì, wọ́n lé ẹ padà wá sílẹ̀ ayé pé kó wá ṣe iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n rìn torí ọ̀lẹ olè ni ẹ́, ò ní kàn ṣe. Ó wá ń wá, you're not just looking for ibi tí ohun máa rárí wọ̀. We don't have ministers anymore, but gbọ́ we still have ministers because agbára bíi ti gbà ni ó sì ń bẹ. Ó sì ń bẹ. Ó sì ń bẹ síbẹ̀ ni. There's no one that can stop that power. Some of them, they will call themselves ministers of God. They will be on pulpit. Wọ́n máa lọ gba kíní tìró, wọ́n máa sin ojú, wọ́n máa sọ pé kí nǹkan. Babaláwo gan tó déwájú ẹ̀ kó ta ọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ó lè sọ sórí bó ṣe ìrìn àjò ayé ẹ̀ last month fún ẹ. But at last, regret ló máa parí ẹ̀. Then let me tell you something. Iṣẹ́ tí ẹ̀mí mi bá parí nínú ayé èèyàn, òun lèèyàn kì í kábàámọ̀. O lè lọ sọ́dọ̀ wòlíì èké, lọ sọ́dọ̀ aláwo, kọ́ fún ẹ ní nǹkan tó ń fẹ́, gbọ́ wàá kábàámọ̀ gbẹ̀yìn ni. Gbọ́ mi, àwọn iṣẹ́ tí ẹ̀mí bá parí, iṣẹ́ tá a bá parí láti ọ̀run, òun lèèyàn kì í kábàámọ̀. Are we really working for God?